Niger coup. War looms as Ecowas orders deployment of soldiers to sack recalcitrant junta. Wow. So as part of yesterday's meeting, Thursday's meeting between the Ecowas heads of state at Abuja with Tinubu, their chairman, okay, one of the key outcomes is that the ECOWAS group have, ordered deployment of military to go and invade Niger. Okay, and that means war is looming because Niger is ready with its allies to meet and resist every attack coming from any other ECOWAS nation, including Nigeria. And that is why Niger has severed their tie and relationship with other ECOWAS countries, including Nigeria. Okay. The West African leaders arrived at the resolution at their meeting in Abuja Thursday after reviewing happenings since Sunday when the one-week ultimatum issued to junta expired. The ECOWAS heads of state have vowed to use force to dislodge the junta in Niger if it remains recalcitrant. The West African leaders arrived at the resolution at their meeting in Abuja Thursday after reviewing happenings since Sunday when the one-week ultimatum they issued to the junta elapsed. And according to the communique read by ECOWAS President Omar Toure, the leaders noted that all diplomatic efforts made by ECOWAS in resolving the crisis have been defiantly repelled by the military leadership of the Republic of Niger. They also took note of the expiration of the one-week ultimatum given for the restoration of the constitutional order in the Republic of Niger. As part of their decisions, the ECOWAS leader directed the Committee of the Chief of Defense Staff to activate the ECOWAS standby force with all its elements immediately. They also ordered the deployment of the ECOWAS standby force to restore constitutional order in the Republic of Niger. Now, it was reported how the Niger junta have remained defiant and continue to hold on to power while keeping President Mohamed Bazoum in detention. Since the 26th coup, ECOWAS has sent 3 delegations to Niger to meet with the junta leaders, and at least one of those delegations, led by ex-Nigerian military ruler Abdulsalami Abubakar, was humiliated and prevented from seeing the coup leader, General Abdul Rahmanin Tichani. So that is the situation now. So war looms in Niger because of this order. Even though we don't know the date and time the soldiers will be deployed into Niger, it means that they are ready and standby and are just waiting to say go, and then they will get into Niger. But at the same time, the Niger Republic juntas are ready for the war with the support of other countries as well, and they have said that anybody that enters the Niger with fight will definitely meet the same level of resistance, if not more. They will shoot, and then they will also immediately delete, that means to kill, the ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. And I don't know what the plan of ECOWAS countries are, because if they know that the man, the deposed president is not safe, I think they will avoid every form of action that will put the man in an unsafe manner or in an unsecured manner. Okay, they should retrieve him first before they do any form of military action, if they have to do military action. That is exactly what is expected, and not to take action when you still have somebody of your interest still under hostage and not yet released. You should save his life first, because if you try to put military into that place, the next thing you are going to see is you are exposing the man and they will wipe him. That is it. Okay, so even United Nations forces, if they have any US citizen or any United Nations employee being trapped by war, what they will do is to use the strongest force ever to retrieve the person first before they will unleash terror on the entity or the nation. So I think that is the method these people should do here. Again, they should also consider the consequence of that war if it starts, because it's not going to be cheap, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to come as they think. Okay, it's going to just escalate the issues that are in Niger Republic and also in Nigeria. It's quite an unfortunate one. Again, we don't know when they will deploy the soldiers, and even at that, Tinubu told them that they should, tow the path of diplomacy as the best route to restore democracy in Niger Republic rather than using force. And the reason being because a lot of innocents will suffer, a lot of people in the northern Nigeria are also part of Niger, and so again, that is a threat to that war, because if you deploy soldiers, the soldiers might sabotage Nigeria or sabotage Ecowas and then join forces directly or indirectly with the Nigerians to fight back. That is really going to happen. Why some have said they will just drop their uniform and their rifle and they will cross to Morocco, from there to Europe, and gone, they are gone. That is exactly what some of them want to do. So I see a situation where if Ecowas deploy their soldiers to Niger Republic, I see a situation where they're going to face huge amount of sabotage, huge level of sabotage, because the soldiers that are relying on that will go there and fight will just drop their uniform and their gun at the closest point and then move on to the next country and leave the military. That's really what's going to happen. So the question we have now is that even as ECOWAS is getting the military ready for deployment, what are the safeguards that they have put in place to ensure that they get the best of the military when they are deployed? Or are they just going to be watching, thinking nothing will happen, and then when they deploy, they start getting certain kind of defeat, or getting frustrated, or getting sabotaged by the soldiers? Because I see soldiers, that are going to sabotage them in this fight. Okay, so that is the situation with Niger Republic, with ECOWAS, and with all the Niger Republic junta, the group that actually overtook the government. It's going to be a very huge one for Nigeria and for ECOWAS. The people are ready to fight. So this one, now that war is looming, has anybody assessed the cost of this war, the consequence of this war, how long it's going to take, what if things take a different turn, what analysis have they put in place? Because it's not enough to just feel big and then the next thing you order your soldiers. What are they going to eat? How are they going to manage the war? What if the war change turn? What is going to happen? Because before the Nigerians went into that coup, they already knew how they were going to manage the situation. They already knew how they were going to deal with the situation squarely. They are obviously not going to relent in that matter. Okay, so we just have to be very careful when we deploy soldiers to the Ukraine. To the Niger Republic, because it's not going to be as easy as they are thinking. So that is what is coming from an update from the meeting that the ECOWAS heads of state met with Tinubu, their chairman, yesterday at Abuja. Let's have your comment for sharing, and thank you for listening.